YouTube. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm bringing you Manga Talks number 2, and today we're going to be going over Dragon Ball Super Chapter 69. Now, I know I'm late, all right, but at the same time, please do forgive me as I did have to take time out for myself. You know what I mean? My health is important, but other than that, I'm back with the video for you guys, and I wanted to definitely discuss this chapter, okay? Now, we definitely get to see a dive in of Planet Cereal, and I like that. We get to see where Granolah is from, okay? And we get to learn that this was the original planet that most of the Namekians were from, you know what I mean? And it was cool to actually see the final Namekian who lives on Planet Cereal, because there is no more that live on there. Monaito, okay? Monaito is one of the oldest living guys. He's over 500 years old, as Granolah has stated. And he's actually one of the holders of one of the dragons. A new dragon gets introduced in here, and it only requires 2 Dragon Balls in order to summon, and can only grant 1 wish, all right? So it's not as powerful as what we know to be Shenron and Porunga, but he has his own limitations, okay? Now, I want to get into the dragon a little bit later, all right? Now, let's dive into what Granolah is actually like, why he's on this tirade, you know what I mean? Because we know that he's going to be the next villain of Dragon Ball Super Chapter 69. Chapter 70. Duh. But why? Why is he going to be the next villain? And I'm going to tell you right now, and a lot of you guys may be mad at me, and I'm sorry for that background noise if you hear that, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. Granolah is not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. And I'm going to tell you why. In the backstory, you see him. He's shopping at a mall, okay? He's like shopping at this little, at this place of residence, you know what I mean? Okay, so right here, look. That and that too. Oh, and some of your top shelf water, please. You got it. See, look, he starts to even talk about Monaito. How's the old guy doing these days? He doesn't come into town much anymore. He tells him his leg's been giving him trouble, but otherwise he's fine. He also lets him know he's over 500 years old. Thus, though his people have long lifespans, so that's not too surprising. The Namekians, okay? So with that being said, he also gives him an extra bottle in the house. So with that being said, like, the Namekians were of some sort of goodness. You know what I mean? With that being said, it goes on to talk about how Granolah finds, he already has the 1-star Dragon Ball, okay? And Monaito goes on to explain that he is not to go seek out this Dragon Ball in order to get revenge, because we start to learn, okay, that Dragon Ball, the whole universe of Dragon Ball, is nothing more than A, domino effect, and B, the animal kingdom, okay? We learn and we find out, okay, why Granolah is going on this quest of revenge, okay? Come to find out, okay? Now, let's backtrack. I'll show you. In the manga, it shows that he's really going after Frieza, but remember, Frieza also did use the Saiyans. And so the Saiyans are an enemy to Granolah, okay? See, Granolah gets asked why he, sits up on top of that mountain, okay? Why him and Monaito live on top of the mountain. He says, I can see my hometown from the top of the mountain. The one Frieza's people destroyed. It's a reminder of what they did to my planet. That way I'll never forget. As you can see the Saiyans. The Saiyans. Okay? So we get to see why Granolah is going on this quest of revenge. On top of that, we get to see a panel of Vegeta is not being left out. Finally, we're going to see some progress with Vegeta, the long-awaited Vegeta's power that's supposed to surpass Goku, okay? We're starting to understand and learn that Vegeta, we always knew that Vegeta's heart was, always closed-minded. You know what I mean? He wasn't like Goku. He wasn't free-spirited. You know what I mean? He's always had a mental block. He always had some sort of chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? And Beerus tells him, you know what I mean? With this destruction, that the Saiyans and all of that, it ties into Vegeta's pride. But he also feels as though, hey, like, I feel responsible for what the Saiyans went through. You know what I mean? And Beerus lets him know, okay, you like this power that I got, yet you feel responsible for something that was supposed to happen. And Vegeta's like, yeah, you know what I mean? So with that being said, he tells him, Beerus then tells him, okay, if you never learn to let go, you're always going to be stuck in the past. You know what I mean? You're never going to get this power. You're never going to have this power that I am able to wield. You know what I mean? Let's actually break it down. He also talks to him and tells him before creation comes destruction, which is actually true because we have a saying like that as well. Before it gets better, it's going to get worse. You know what I mean? It's going to get worse before it gets better. You know what I'm saying? Same thing here. You know what I mean? Same rule applies. You know what I mean? Let's actually look at it. Right here. Beerus tells him, my mind's always on destruction and nothing else. That's why there's no limit to my power. Listen, if you really want this power, you're going to have to destroy any stray thoughts and recreate yourself from scratch. Before creation comes destruction. Get it? That's when Vegeta he seems to have gotten it, but he still looks a bit confused as to what Beerus may really mean. This is where I have to talk about the domino effect that I was talking about, or the animal kingdom in a sense. As you can see that battered up and lying down Vegeta, he also learns the truth about his people, okay? And why his planet was taken over and destroyed, pretty much. Why planet Vegeta does not exist. We come to find out that Beerus is the main person who gave Frieza the order to actually take out planet Vegeta, okay? He gave Frieza these orders. Okay? On top of that, it made Vegeta upset. Alright? And that's why you see him lying down, because he's not going to be Beerus. But at the end of the day, let's talk about the animal kingdom. So it's Beerus who told Frieza to do the Saiyan invasion, which also left many different races to scatter, including the Cerealians, which is also now the grand picture and scheme of things as to why Granolah is upset with the Saiyans, but ultimately Frieza himself. Okay? He also talks about how he wants to get revenge on Frieza, but Monaito tells him revenge is not the way to go. Let's actually break that down. I'll show it to you. As you can see here, he says, no, the Dragon Balls ain't for taking revenge. He says, yeah, I know. Moot point anyway, since I need the second one to make a wish. He said, darn right. It's been lost for 40 years, likely never to be seen again. I'd have to search this entire planet for a tiny ball just like this one. Listen, Granolah, the Dragon Balls began as part of a ritual to celebrate brave Namekian warriors. They're not meant to fulfill any selfish desire. So he lets him know, like, off top, like, don't even think about going to search for this Dragon Ball if that's the type of wish that you want to be granted, okay? Can't do that. So he ends up, they already have the 1-star Dragon Ball, okay? Now, what I'm starting to really get to is I'm not really too keen on the way he found the second Dragon Ball, okay, in order to make this wish. All right. But let's actually break that down because, yeah, let me just show you because this is funny. Like, it says, and now the news. You were listening to Sugar Toast Love. A local boy was hunting for bugs in the mountains when he discovered a strange ball in a crevice. It perks up granolah. It's an orange crystal of some sort with 2 star-shaped markings on the inside. He holds up the Dragon Ball. Specialists at the Institute say it's possible that the ball did not originate on planet Cereal and are currently conducting research. Come on, Akira. Really? Really, Akira? You did that? You did that, bro? You really made it that easy. Like, when we know for a fact that, okay, maybe it was gone for 40 years, but still, like, that easily for him to find, like, are you serious? Like, the local news, oh, wow, there it is. A young boy, he got it. It's in his hand. I'm about to go here. So then he goes to this institute, and he breaks in, and he gets the Dragon Ball, okay? Now, this is what we need to actually discuss, okay? Let me show you. So he finally gets to summon this dragon, okay? The new dragon. And he says, you're the wish-granting dragon. He said, you who have collected 2 Dragon Balls, state your wish. If it is within my power, your single wish is my command. He says, any wish. You need not state your wish in his language. I want to be the strongest. Turn me into the greatest warrior in the universe. So, okay, so let's talk because we really need to discuss that wish right there. Now, I read some spoilers, and it seemed as though this wish granting dragon has conditions, okay, which would need to be fulfilled and would actually need to make sense because while all the other dragons, as we know, Porunga and Shenron, they need 7 Dragon Balls in order to state a wish. This is only 2. He better not be on par with, Porunga and Shenron, but he can only grant a single wish. And if it's within his power and if there's a condition that needs to be met. Okay, so I did read spoilers of what the next chapter will be. So let's talk, okay? He states that he wants to be the greatest warrior in the universe. We have to talk about that, all right? For the simple fact of the matter, now Dragon Ball Z was pretty much the story about Goku being the strongest warrior on Earth, okay? On Earth, all right? When Dragon Ball Super started, that was pretty much when they started adding the different, universes, okay? With that being said, this is Dragon Ball Super. We have to ask ourselves, is Planet Cereal within Universe 7? Because if so, then we have to think, okay, yeah, then this wish would be legit as to why he is the strongest villain Goku will face, okay? Because he asked to be the greatest warrior in the universe, okay? Now, he's not in that same universe, and maybe he's in a different universe or something like that. Then that would also pose another question, okay? Now, I know I might be going a little bit too far here, but I'm just going to say this could be a great addition after the Tournament of Power when Goku said that he wanted to visit everybody's planet and see everybody again. Now, they could go a little bit on the Dragon Ball Hero side, okay? They could bring in the universe to actually help Goku. But then again, that might nullify Goku receiving a different power or a new transformation, Okay, but I'm just going out on a limb stating that that could be a little way to adapt and bring them in from the different universe. It would be cool to see Goku fight alongside Jiren, but then again, I guess they would keep Dragon Ball Heroes the way that it is. You know what I mean? So, with that being stated, we do have to ask ourselves, the main question is, what universe is Planet Cereal in? Okay, now maybe I might be wrong about this, but you know, I don't know. Somebody might have already talked about it and where Planet Cereal, what universe it lies in, but I don't know. I truly don't know. But those are the questions that I'm really thinking about, because now that we got introduced to different universes, what universe are you in to declare such a wish? You know what I mean? And then get away with it. You know what I mean? With the simple fact of the matter that you're stronger than Goku in Universe 7. Like, yes, I understand everybody, yeah, what about Jiren? You know what I mean? What about, yeah, he's from a different universe. Yeah, they have a different timeline. But at the same time, like, what universe is he speaking of? Because at the end of the day, it would make sense to bring in different universes if he's stating, oh, I want to be the strongest in the universe as a whole. You know what I mean? But in the universe, we got introduced to different universes. This is why it's such a question that needs to be answered, because it's like, okay, we got introduced to so many. Which one do you lie in? Because the way that you're stating this wish does not imply as a whole. You know what I mean? It states in your universe or in a selective universe. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, because it would be moot to talk about him being the strongest in the universe with this bland question and then give us a whole background of these different universes. It wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean? And then it wouldn't even make sense if they not bring in like Jiren and Toppo and all of them, if that was the case. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, guys, there goes my prediction. You know what I mean? I have so much that, you know what I mean, needs to be answered. But at the end of the day, the next chapter comes out tomorrow. I definitely want to dive into this today, because I want to know. I want to know if you guys have been having the same type of questions, or if they're already answered, then point them out to me. You know what I mean? But these are the questions that I've been asking myself. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Don't be afraid to hover and haunt that like button. Subscribe today to become part of the Soul Gang, Team Nephilim. Let's get it. Tap that notification bell to know each and every time that I upload. And guys, remember, to be good at the game, you got to kill with skill. And until our next nightmare, guys, peace.